What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to or back to my channel. Before we jump into today's reading, I wanted to say that I'm working on something that has to do with the podcast, magical lessons, so forth and so on. This isn't a solo venture. Someone will be joining up with me. So you all be on the lookout for that, okay? We're hoping to have a group chat, things of that nature, and a podcast. So, there will be tarot on the podcast, though, so don't worry too much. And readings will not be discontinuing. With that out of the way, if you would like to book a personal reading, you can check the description box below, and all that information will be there for you. This reading goes out to Sun, Moon, and Rising, singles, couples, men and women, cross watchers, you are welcome. So let's see what we got. The ultimate betrayal. Perhaps a few of you have been stabbed in the back recently over the last couple of months, maybe. I'm not going to say this is where the whole entire reading is going to go, but for those that do resonate with being stabbed in the back, the ultimate betrayal, so forth and so on, the universe pretty much has this question of, was the lesson learned? The universe kind of lets you walk into it to help teach you, to help you grow. Sometimes growth comes from actual error, and sometimes growth comes from heartbreak. So ask yourself this question. Did you learn from the Ten of Swords? The gods and goddesses let you know. They said, don't do it. But also, we can focus on the whole fact of the grass is not always greener on the other side. We must be entering into a retrograde because I am stammering all over the place. Also, with this Ten of Swords energy, for those that resonate with this person got in your head. This person had the gift of gab that could pull you away from the path, that could pull you away from the journey, that could take you down a dark, shadowy road. They operated mostly from their shadow self and not so much from their higher self or of a balanced nature. I heard that for the ladies, he was a chauvinist. We're not going to say that word, but a-hole. And for the gentleman, she was a playette. And it does suck, but you cannot stay blocked off forever. It is time to heal your mind. It is time to tap into the heart. And it is time to tap into those emotions that are calm. Happiness, joy, serenity. Also, the universe wants to give this back to you, but you're going to have to go through the journey of pulling the Ten of Swords from your back. I'm going to be honest, I am also hearing that the Ten of Swords might strike quite a few down. The way we operate is not always the way that the universe wants us to operate. And no matter if you are the most advanced witch on earth or just a beginner, sometimes we have error. Sometimes we're wrong. And sometimes we make mistakes. So what you have to do is pull those swords from your back. Keep 2 of them, but don't use them to block off everything. For those that are scared to open up again to love or to friendship or to possible progression from the universe, don't be. Because what is in front of you, trying to get to you, and the emotional connection is actually very beneficial for you. Maybe he's a gentleman or a lady that has had your back when no one else has. And they say what we need the most is sometimes and usually right in front of us. So I am very sorry that you got stabbed in the back, but try not to be too standoffish for too long. It's a lot of great people in the world. It's a lot of great experiences. And you deserve to get out there and re-experience those. It's going to take a little bit of hard work. But with hard work, you can work through those tower moments. You can work through that pain. You can work through that mental torment. You can work through that sadness. For you are the magician. And isn't it interesting that the sun comes directly after the magician? Use your power. Whether you use your power for personal gain, altruism, so forth and so on, use your power. What I mean by that is start to create again. If you love painting, get into that. If you like to write poetry, get into that. If you want to build an entire Enochian temple and work with every single aether with an Enochian magic, then by all means do it. If you want to set up an entire Goetic temple and create it from ground up, then do it. If you want to write a story, then do it. Use your power. And that just does not go for Goetia or an Enochian. Sorry, I'm stuttering today. It goes for anything that you connect with. Not everyone's a ceremonial magician. Not everyone is a witch. Some are just people that want to feel and find fulfillment and wholeness. Yeah, having your heart broken or being stabbed in the back does suck. It can be slightly embarrassing at times. There's a lot of mental energy as well, so I would suggest for those that are looking for a way to calm the mind, look into meditation, but do not look into detaching yourself from everything. That is not the way to heal. I know a few might disagree with that, but you cannot heal from heal by detachment. You heal from embracing the pain and working through it. Think of shadow work, for example. You heal by working through those thoughts. You heal by embracing the wound and performing surgery on it if need be. You have the power to get yourself through this situation, and you know it. You have the power to make it out of this, and you know it. Balance might be slightly hard for you right now, as it is for many people. And the fear is very, very real for a lot of people right now. Many people were promised the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, but it didn't quite come. Or did it? It might not have come the way that you thought it was going to come, but there are energies in your corner right now that can help you as long as you start to see through the illusions. Moon card. Tap into your psychic powers, your intuitive powers, so forth and so on. Many, including myself, were placed in a dark night of the soul. I think this is one big collective dark night of the soul because we need rebirth. I'm not going to jump all into the system or how things work, but it is proven that we cannot continue with the way we're going, individually and as a collective. I'm not saying get all peace, love, and light because we don't do that over here. But neither do we go full-blown dark side either. We keep it balanced at Aquarius Moon Tarot. We keep it celestial as well as the infernal, but also in the middle. But this change that is coming your way or is currently affecting you will actually help you flourish. Change is uncomfortable at times. Change is not always fun. And sometimes change requires for you to place your mind down, your emotions, and everything, and just let the process unfold. The healing process cannot be forced. Look at the soul. Think of a cut that requires stitches. It sucks to get stitches. And the healing process is not always comfortable. You might be given something to help the pain, but it doesn't fully help the pain. It makes it tolerable. The reason that the universe, your gods or goddesses, ancestors want you to go through that and want you to come out of this energy is because they want you to go through the healing process so you can see the depth of your emotional beauty. So you can see the depth of your potential. And I don't mean just spiritual potential. I mean earthly potential, because you can be spiritual until you're blue in the face, but if you cannot walk in your spirituality and you cannot apply it to everyday life, then what the hell is the point? What is the point in holding on and working with something that reality just makes you feel good inside for 5 minutes and then you're just messed up again? And that does happen sometimes. Spirituality is mental, emotional, biological, etc., etc., etc. Apologies for the lighting. This lamp sucks. See, it does its weird stuff. If you are looking for love, you must understand that this takes time. Is it a good time for love? I heard that healing is needed more than love. If you cannot become whole within self, then you cannot present yourself as well as this to other people. You cannot offer your cups if you still have to finish filling them up. So ask yourself that. The Two of Cups energy will always be there. Yes, I said that. It will always be there. But right now, it might be a good idea to spend some time filling up your Ace of Cups, becoming whole, becoming balanced, healing. Because when that Two of Cups comes into your life, you're going to have to be on your A game, as is that person. And you know, I like to say, it's never good to bring a half-filled cup into a relationship. The Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of the Year is on your side. Get into something that gives you wholeness. Create, draw, dance, practice magic, learn a new magical tradition, pick up a hobby, collect crystals, whatever works for you. Something to inspire you and keep you grounded. Taurus energy. Stay deeply connected to Mother Earth. If you can't get outside because of the changing climate or what we have going on, bring a bit of Mother Earth into the house. Set up an altar or an area of your place of divine worship. Worship a god, worship a goddess, worship yourself. Because when you do that, you see your own divinity. So bring some of nature from outside in if you can't get out there the way you want. Plants, flowers, dirt. Three of Cups. You have people in your corner. People want to come through and help you with your cups. Now, healing it is pretty much a self thing, but we can get support. I'm not saying that every single soul on this earth is a healer. Some aren't, even if they have that ability. But many are. And I do sense that for those that resonate with this part of the reading, there's a few in your corner that want to help you. I heard that ancestors are willing to connect with you if you want to connect with them. They hold a big key to prosperity in your life. You might see 1,000,001 ways to connect with your ancestors, from this book to that book, from this flyer to that flyer, from this video to that video. But they are your ancestors. Sit within yourself very quietly and ask them to show you what it is that they enjoy. Some are very fond of rum, some tobacco, some certain foods. And you must understand that as long as you are pure of heart, they understand that. It's not about how much you have in the beginning of it. It's about doing it. It's about saying, okay, this is all I have is me and a prayer. Well, I'm going to do that next to a cup of water and a bit of dirt. You can go further with sincerity and respect, love and kindness than you could ever go with an entire full-blown temple setup. The magic is internal, and though these external items, daggers or thames, wands, chalices, tarot, oracles, so forth and so on, is beneficial, the ancestors are within. They're your blood. So don't feel so down if you don't have what you need. Go there with a sound, just heart. Tap into the energies that used to make you happy. Call up an old friend. But understand that the world is your oyster. But the world does have lessons for you to learn. Look at the world as cycles. This go around cycles. As I say, go within. Hermit energy. That does not mean go within forever. Because inside the hermit energy, it can be very comfortable and very relaxing. Sitting there and learning and practicing until you're blue in the face. I spent 10 years in the hermit energy. And you know something? I learned quite a bit. In fact, I learned so much. But you know what? I lost and missed out on so much. Because I thought that I was supposed to stay in the hermit mode. Will you stay in the hermit mode for 10 years like I did? Or will you come out? Pain and heartbreak will happen. But you have to take action and keep going through it. When pain happens, you have to move on, but I sense that maybe a few of you are struggling just a little bit. Archangel Michael can help you cut those cords. Archangel Raphael can help you heal. So if you're looking for a couple of arcs to work with, those are good ones. They're easygoing, they're easy to work with. But you have to take action mentally, emotionally, and physically. If you don't, then you'll sit there. Let's wrap it up, universe. In life, you will always have choices and decisions that you must make. These choices will have to do with paths, with people, with ways to connect to the spiritual realm, with ways to connect with yourself. The whole thing behind that is you must decide which path you wish to go. Even if you are under the protection of a deity, ancestors, whatever, you still have to make the decision to go forth and to make something happen. But you're the magician. You're the wizard. It's inside you. You're the practitioner. You're the divine masculine. You're the divine feminine. You're the god, you're the goddess. Lord, lady, so forth and so on. High priest and high priestess of your own light. Light and light. So I'm going to leave it there for you. Hopefully this resonates in some way, shape, manner, or form. If so, please like, share, and subscribe, and get ready for some new content coming soon. It's going to be groovy. So, until then, peace.